Hello everyone, welcome to Talk Studio. So in today's startup podcast series, we have Selvam, who is the founder and CEO of Shortfundly, and he's into media platform for a very long time, and so we are really excited and thrilled to meet him. Welcome, Selvam.
Thanks for having
me. So firstly, I want to know, can you just walk you through your journey and how you started this and the story behind this?
Sure. So I started this Shortfundly as a short film aggregator in a very initial level, and I just pivoted in the first COVID as a OTT marketplace. So Shortfundly earlier was a short film aggregator, and after the first COVID, we pivoted as a OTT marketplace with specific to short films and web series. Most of the OTTs are focusing into feature films, and feature film is a 100 years old market. So we just pick up a very niche segment of short films and web series content category. Not only pan-India, globally we are onboarding short film contents into this platform.
Okay, great. So how do you choose this niche? Because I think short films are super niche, right? It's very narrow in terms of the
Correct.
audience and everything. So how do you find this a revenue generating model? And
yes, so nowadays most of the people are very conscious about their career, right? Okay. So YouTubers, video content creators, influencers, there are different like how a tech guy is seeing themselves as a data scientist. This is 5 years or 6 years before, there is no career like a data scientist.
Yeah.
That the new market are coming in, right? The same way now influencers are not going to any day job. They are doing the video shoot as their full career, right? The influencers or YouTuber, they will randomly pick a content news, and they make a content and they will present in their own style. That's how they are making money, and they're using the existing literal YouTube platforms or a social media platform to generate revenue. So they just move on from a day job, and they're doing this as a full time. The first thing we noticed, how a short film filmmaker, they make a binded script and they work for some time, they form a team, and like literally an entrepreneur, right? It's the same way the entrepreneur come up with an idea, they form a team, or they do a marketing, they launch the product and curate it. The same way the filmmakers, I feel very relevant in startup journey, and also filmmakers can launch a movie release journey. Both are very interconnected, I believe. And they are also curating this thing. And I noticed most of the time, I have worked with multiple filmmakers. They are all saying, bro, you are into, usually my background is in a brand video advertising. I grew up in that field. So the brand video advertising, if a Nike is launching a new product, we are doing a video advertising. And before YouTube advertisements, I worked in a company, Yumi. So there we are helping all the brands to get connected with the audience. So this advertising thing is it's for brand, not for a content. So whatever they are asking, hey, I release a short film, can you help me to curate and make it trending on YouTube? Macha, you are asking something content marketing, which is not I am doing. I am doing a brand marketing or a brand advertising. Right. So these are two different things, but we keep on getting this request from filmmakers. That's why we figured out, and we did a small market research. Okay. And then we finally came up with, okay, there are international players are there in the short film market. We'll also notice that India is producing a lot of short film content, specifically in South and pan-India. So then we figured out the market size and everything. Then we started this idea, brainstorming it, and finally we launched as an aggregator.
Okay, great. So you're bridging the gap between the filmmakers and producers and audience, right? So there is trinity kind of thing.
Correct.
Right? So you're trying to fill that spot.
Yes.
Between them. Okay.
So basically, how influencer or YouTuber, they are taking their full time as a content creator, right? Why can't anyway the short filmmakers anyway they're going to work as an assistant directors, or they are going to work in a feature film in future, right? So it's like, consider this is a school and their future will be the feature films, right? So then the short film case, okay, you're still doing lot of short films, your portfolio profiles are getting built up, but you're not able to generate any revenue out of it.
Right.
That's the reason, okay, how the existing platforms of YouTube and social media help a content creator generate revenue. The same way we trying to launch this platform to help short film or independent filmmakers to make a revenue out of it.
So if I'm starting now as a short filmmaker, what revenue can I expect? I mean, do you have any numbers on how I can?
Yes,
generate
I can definitely give some numbers in this. So basically, lot of content has a, especially for literally in an India market, especially pan India, we have a different languages, different categories. So you can't expect the same content performance in north versus south. So that is a one different aspect. But we are trying to use some AI tools to do auto dubbing or auto generating subtitles to bring more audience for the same content. That's a one aspect that we are working. Another level, we have put up a content in the platform and we'll set up a ticket price for the content. So whenever as a viewer, say let's say you come and watch the content, I am the content creator who, and Shortfundly platform in the middle will help them to watch the content by ticket selling model. For example, you watch the content by paying a 30 rupees of tickets, and as a content creator you pay 30 rupees to the Shortfundly OTT marketplace platform, and I'll get a 50% revenue. So 15 rupees will comes to my pocket. The remaining 15 rupees will goes to the OTT marketplace.
Okay.
Again, there is a GST is there, payment gateway charges are there, but we are trying to bring up possible ways to generate revenue for filmmakers. And in a worst case, within a 2 weeks of time, we have sell around 50 tickets with our marketing effort as well as filmmakers' marketing effort. In a worst case scenario, 2 weeks of period, and in a best case, even we are selling 200 tickets for a short films. Everybody is saying that okay, OTT will work on a subscription model, right? Most of them are still relying on a subscriptions, ad without ad, with ads. But we are trying to bring this notion of selling tickets and generating revenue, giving back to the filmmakers.
Okay.
Yes.
So there is no subscription. So if I want to see a movie by a short filmmaker, I just buy a ticket and can just watch.
Yeah, correct. As a viewer, you just buy the ticket and watch it. You don't need to be closely binded with the subscription, because you need to. You're anyway going to watch a one content. Why do you take a subscription for 3 months, right?
Okay.
If you again like a content, come and watch content with the ticket fee.
Okay.
Like we'll literally like a digital theater, you can say.
Yeah, you buy and watch it. So that is wonderful because you can try it out, right? So most of the short films, but for regular movies, I think people would love to buy the subscription. But short films, they may not know what to watch.
What could be the potential number of short films I can watch? Yes, currently we are streaming almost 1,000 plus short films across different languages, different content categories. But the name and fame of the things are not there, because most of the time as a new faces. But the content qualities, award-winning content qualities, we are bringing in to the repository.
Okay.
That we are manually validate all the content and onboarding.
Okay. As you said, this will be a kind of a graduation, right, for a regular filmmaker.
Regular filmmaker.
So what percentage of directors from short films have graduated to that regular mainstream films? Do you have any idea?
I have through this journey, I have one filmmaker. His name is Karthik.
Okay.
He made a short film Sidai. It's gone into almost 600 plus awards. Now one short film, 600 plus awards he got, and he's now making that same short film as a feature film.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So I had one good success story from Tamil industry.
That's good enough impact, right? Okay.
And he started his journey with us as a very aspiring filmmaker. He has a good script knowledge and he connected with the industry, but how do we get better curate the content? How do we get better connect with the film festivals events? So we literally guide him in all possible ways.
Okay. Yeah, that is something that the new filmmakers may not have, right? They may not have the idea of promoting it or marketing it. So
correct.
Is wonderful, because you'll get it when you're big enough in big screen, but in short films we don't have that to do it. So other main thing is other question I have is that how does this landscape changing because of the advent of AI, and there are a lot of changes happening in terms of technology, right? So what is the change that you're seeing, and how you would love to evolve Shortfundly I mean, the future.
Shortfundly, we are taking as a mission of building a world big short film repository. That is the vision we are working on. And in this journey, to achieve this vision, and we are trying to give end-to-end filmmaking services. What does that mean? Because we tagline this platform is not a OTT platform; it's a OTT marketplace. So in the marketplace, we are putting up different services. For example, in future, AI-based dubbing for short film content, AI-based subtitle generation. These are all tech side. We are building a tools to support short film and independent filmmaking. That is the one side, tech side. The other side, we are trying to build screening options for short film filmmakers. So these are all post-production activities, right? So once you're done with the content, yes, you need a dubbing help, or you want to hire an editor hyper locally from Chennai or from Coimbatore or from any particular city. Then we'll connect with the local studios and get featured for them. We'll generating leads for them also. This is one of a community effort that we are building within the Shortfundly. And as I said, OTT release and distribution. So for example, once you're done with the content, you're coming from Nagarkoil and you reach Chennai and sir, I done with my content, but I don't know how to pitch to the OTT platforms. How do I release my content into 10 different OTT, right? So for example, once you're done with the content, you put up posters with it's streaming now on MX Player, Hangama, Shortfundly, Amazon Mini TV. So you just lined up for different OTTs in the platform, in your posters, right? Then people will feel like, okay, this content in streaming now 10 different platforms. So what is this content? This is a one way of a curation of your content launch, right? Then, okay, how do we, because as an individual, you are trying to reach out to multiple OTTs and you are getting connected with some industry experts to do this, or if an individual, you can struggle in doing all these things. But as a one-stop shop, Shortfundly will help you to release and distribution this content. This is also as part of our process. So as a collectively, we are trying to be like a operating system for filmmaking as a one line. So it's a very big mission, and we take a inspiration from Zogo because is our native build startup, right? So Sridhar Vembu's tagline Zogo as an operating system for business. So we just position ourselves as an operating system for filmmaking, especially short film or independent filmmaking. So because that's a different concept or a different category. This is altogether a media and entertainment thing. But we just feel very connected experience that how Sridhar is building in products and connect each other and build in a bigger ecosystem. The same way Shortfundly position ourselves as we are building small services like a screening, like a distribution, like a dubbing in AI. So, but we are at the end of the day we are connecting all these dots and give it to the filmmakers as a one source platform, one stop platform.
Okay, this is a wonderful. I remember a quote. Like, I mean, ideas are cross pollination, right? So
yeah, correct.
You're connecting Zoho to this. Wonderful. So, so coming to the startup journey. So, as a startup founder, what are the key takeaways? I mean, so far you have traveled and you have also pivoted, right? From
yes.
So, what is that? What is the one key takeaway that you can tell to the upcoming startup founders?
Yeah, so it's very important to have a patience. Very first thing, and everyone is saying this because you have ups and downs in your journey of startup life. But if you patiently wait for your turn, you will definitely hit the market. Because when we started as in my case also, I started like an aggregator. After COVID, we pivoted ourselves as a OTT marketplace. We don't know when we started this, but we patiently wait for the time to get into the market. And when we started, there is no geo. End of the day, people are movie release. They are all either going to theaters or they're downloading from torrent and exchanging pen drives. That's all happen in real world, and we are seeing that in India market. But after geo comes in, infrastructure build up, we do see, okay, there is a market is ready, right? Everybody is still watching from home. The contents get streamed anywhere, infrastructure ready, market is ready. That's why we feel that, okay, this is the right time to pivot in the next level. If that has not happened, we'll still continue as an aggregator only. So if you patiently wait for your time to pivot to the next level, this will all happen.
Okay.
That's how we are touching into the next level.
Yeah, wonderful. So one more personal question. So what would you tell your younger self, I mean, if you get a
Okay.
chance?
Advice.
Advice, maybe.
Yeah, I recommend everyone to, not everyone or every aspects, but at least you can spend your life journey at least 50% of your time into work with startups, because as a startup entrepreneur, anyway, end of the day you're going to start your own startup. But before that, come and joining on this journey and see what are the roles and responsibilities that you take, or your fellow team members are doing it, so that you can get into a end-to-end scope of work as well as end-to-end experience. Okay, where should I go speed, where should I take a rest and come back? These are all very good learning that you can learn not from any books or any colleges or anything, right?
Yeah.
It's a real life experience that makes you think, and there is a difference in this experience. For example, if you do the same thing in different geolocation, then your perspective thinking market is something different, that you have to react something different. For example, if it is a grocery market, you have to, end of the day, it's a particular market, you have to grow fast to acquire customers. But in our media case, that's not the case, right? There is no urge in doing this. End of the day, we need a quality content. No need to build a junk of content to bombard users.
Right.
There is nothing, but that is not the case for the other set of industry. So as a startup, the same learning will help you with the baselines. Okay, this is how I have to position my time in investing my money in marketing. This is how I have to think from a growth perspective. This is how I think about from a hiring perspective. And how do you leverage your team? How do you bring the same culture within the team? These are all very much important before you start. Some things will work from a guy who directly jump into it, but before that, they will learn from something from either some inspirations. They'll do some groundwork. It's not like everybody directly jumping into and hit into a hit, right? Sometimes they'll take inspiration and start. Sometimes this real life experience will make you, especially first time entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Because I personally a first time entrepreneur. I grew up a startup and a UMI, and I learned everything there. And it's a 17 years of journey where we keep everything 10 members of team to 250 members of team, and the managing director is from Coimbatore. We got a great inspiration from Coimbatore
Okay,
people.
wonderful.
They how they treat the team members, because if you look at everyone look at me that Macha, you have a good talent and you build your profile. Okay, anyway you're fresher when you started with them. After some point of time, we have to move to an MNC or get a better packages. But I personally pursue a career of startup, right? That time, okay, when my managing director is putting a pause on hiring, then focusing on the growth. When they are hiring, when they are firing, how they form a team from 10 members team to 250 members team, what are the system they include, operationally how they scale it, right?
So
It's very super critical. As a one man, he did everything from Chennai. So that's a great inspiration for me. That's why I stick with them, and they give a lot of benefits to me in terms of employee stock options. I got a pattern from them. They bring value as an individual. At the same time, I'll got a lot of learnings. That's why I stick with them from 10 members of team of startup to an IPO company of 250 members.
Wonderful.
They take that same company, Yumi, and IPO in US actually. So it's that learnings, but I can't ask everyone to wait for so much of time.
Yeah, that is very tough. But you cannot have this, anywhere. I mean, you cannot have this learning
Learning,
from
yes.
any MNC or anywhere, right? So the startup is truly.
Yeah, correct. So I have a connect and I have a personal experience that how my CEO is pitching or doing a town hall meeting with all the investors and stakeholders, how they present the data. We have a clue how my customers are responding, what is the market is changing, where we are lagging, but how they bring the positivity within the team, including stakeholder, what they present the data. We know that experience you can't get it anywhere.
Right, true. So thanks for your time, Selvam. It was wonderful. I wish you hit many more markets, even
Definitely.
Hollywood markets and anywhere. So thanks for your time.
Thanks a
all
lot
the
for
best.
giving this
Thank you.
opportunity.